Hey, good afternoon. I'm Larry the Lion. This is my podcast. What is it, Friday? Thank God it's Friday. But I am 21 minutes late. I apologize. Um, but I am being consistent. I was on the way back from Miami, and when I got home to start the computer, it said damn Discord. I don't know what's that stupid thing, but it slows my computer down, slows the start up. But here I am. Whew, what a night in Miami last night. That was really cool. Getting to see Pace, and first time meeting Jamil, and second time meeting Veena, but we don't remember the first time we met. Well, she didn't remember. I did, but then I refreshed her memory, and then she remembered. But she knows me from Mastering Multifamily with Veena Jetty. I was really active in her multifamily stuff early back in December and January, but then it became that was tomorrow money. So I started going for today money, which is where I got doing the direct to agent. And talking about Kevin Choe and the San Diego deal, which ironically got me kicked out of Arch, which I had my first deal with. And I still have a couple other in the works with Cody and Sam as well. It was a painful lesson to learn to do that, but I learned a lesson, and it sucks, but that's the truth. I screwed up. I didn't put the mission first and the team second. I put Larry first, and that was the wrong thing to do. But just live and learn. Won't happen again. Uh, let's see. What else was I gonna say? We're gonna talk about some rap buyers today. So new opportunities with my friend Gina Carranza. She's the one I went to Miami with. She's a real estate agent here in Tampa. She used to live in Miami, so she was real familiar with that area. We stayed in an Airbnb in Fort Lauderdale. That's like only the second time I stayed in an Airbnb in the last few years. Before that, I stayed in them back in like 7 years ago, quite a few of them. But I seen some things this morning with that Airbnb that which they could do better. They should have done better. And Gina owns like 10 Airbnbs. So we stayed at a boutique hotel. It's called Las Olas Karen. Like it was their theme was don't be a Karen theme. It's like anti Karen. Always saying, oh, here's a Karen. Yeah, so that was the theme. I took a couple pictures there, and but it was nice. But they had some shortcomings, and if I ever do own short term rentals, which I probably will at some point, I learned a lot from that. You perceive things differently now when you're a real estate investor. Things just look differently. You interpret things differently. You look for problems or opportunities. I call them opportunities. Some people call them problems. Things that they could have done better, and things what I would do better in my expectations for my standards. Yeah, so let's start with Pace, the book signing. So I did a nice post on Facebook this morning, but there it is, and I knew this was gonna happen. Oh my god, my Facebook Messenger is blowing up on the computer here. It's going because it's been off for a day and a half. It's probably 100 messages on there. I haven't really been active too much, just on Instagram posting. Did a lot of stories on there, and then it goes to Facebook Messenger. But I posted a shit ton of them. I had Pokey yesterday. Freaking love Pokey. It's not the carnivore diet, but still doing one meal a day, but it's not gonna be strict carnivore, unless some cases will be, some won't. But just kind of going with the flow right now, if you know what I mean. That's me. I'll change my mind in a minute. Like, actually, I'm having some pizza today for lunch. Pizza and some they call them buffalo rollers. They're like these amazing hot chicken things at like 7-Eleven, the gas stations. Freaking love them things. Sometimes you just gotta treat yourself, or sometimes it was just, hey, I wanted to get something to eat. I was at the gas station grabbing some water. Well, I got two Fiji waters for $5.55. I bought them. I didn't need to buy them, but I wanted to buy them because of the angel numbers. Because everything I do is based on angel numbers. So Pace signed my book last night. Pretty cool. Check it out. Let's see if I can get it on. It's not gonna work. There it goes. Very proud of you, brother. Purple looks great on you. Miami 23 Pace. There it goes. It's got the camera version. But I wore a shirt last night that I bought 8 years ago, and I could never fit into it. First time I wore it. I have like 3 other ones that I bought at the same time. I've never worn them, so I felt like dressing up a little bit. You know, I could have just done the sweatpants and stuff, but my sweatpants are kind of ratty right now. I need to get some new ones. They're not ratty. They're clean, but they just got a couple little tiny holes in them and a lot of cat hair. But and I got souvenirs. There was one more, but I already gave one to my roommate there. It was a bronze one, kind of pinkish, but these were markers that Pace was signing the books with. So these are my souvenirs, and I got this. This was left behind. We Are Sub 2 book tour bookmark. Pretty cool. And ironically, I think it's Jim Mollinex and his wife, who Jim said he was gonna see me there and reach out to me, but I didn't end up seeing him. So Jim, if you're watching, I got your bookmarker here. There's a QR code on the back. You know, I haven't scanned it with my phone. Maybe I should do that. See what pops up here. And oh, it's his blink. Sure enough, it's Jim. Isn't it how crazy how things work out? So now I'm gonna call Jim and tell him I found his bookmarker there. That is so crazy. I'm gonna send him back my blink card, and I export that into my contacts, create new, boom, done. And we're gonna call Jim while we're live on here. Because he was supposed to come find me, but he never did. Hopefully he answers.
This is Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Is this Larry the Lion?
Absolutely, sir.
Hey, buddy. How you doing, man?
Are you watching a podcast right now?
No. I'm so slammed. You're on speakerphone with my beautiful wife. Hello.
Yeah, I can see your beautiful wife and you with Pace wearing a white hat and a Sub 2 bookmark that you left behind.
Yes.
Did you leave that behind for me?
Exactly for you. I'm so glad you got it.
It was the only one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. It's meant to be.
It was, and I'm like, I just saw Donna Mullinex on the back. I'm like, this is Jim and his wife, and then I scanned the QR code and it gave me your blink, and I just sent you my blink back.
Oh, fantastic, man! Yeah, that's my.
How did we miss each other? I didn't get there till like 6:30 though, because we drove from Tampa and we had to check into the Airbnb first before we got there.
Awesome. Yeah, I have no idea. I know we got there around probably 5:30, and then we went outside. We milled around inside,
Yeah.
And then went outside and had some tacos. And was talking with Carlos and Courtney from the Jacksonville Keathley.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was dancing with their kids on the dance floor.
Are you out on your boat right now?
No.
Is that your boat?
That was an Airbnb that we stayed on in St. Augustine.
Really? Okay, cool. I was hoping you had a boat. I was like, let's go out.
That'd be amazing. I'd love to if I had one.
Yeah, so I was like, after Pace left, they were throwing all the stuff away. I was like, wait, let me have that stuff. So I grabbed 3 of the markers that he was using to sign with. So I got 2 of them, gave one to my roommate.
Cool.
And so I got those as souvenirs. And then I seen the bookmark, and I'm like, oh, cool. I need a bookmark because I don't have I always put like a dollar bill in there or a piece of paper or something. I just didn't have a designated bookmark. Now I have a Sub 2 one.
And my beautiful wife, she came up with that idea
That's pretty cool.
Monday. I believe she goes, we should make a bookmark. And next thing you know, she's on the computer. They're ordered up and they got here or Wednesday.
Wow, good timing.
Yep. Yeah,
But
impeccable.
right.
So,
So
are you still in Fort Lauderdale or Miami?
no, we came back home. Drove back this morning, and I got back here. It was like 12:25 when I turned the computer on, and for some reason that stupid Discord just it just freezes my computer up.
God, I do not like it. I don't get it.
I don't like Discord either.
I don't. I mean,
My case when I switched to Circle. There's too many issues with Discord.
Yeah, is that probably why?
Yeah, I think it is. I think that they were just having too many issues. People are having too many issues with this, so they switched to Circle.
Yeah, I don't like Discord. And I got charged twice for that stupid Nitro thing, which I thought I canceled, and I don't know if they refunded both of them or not, but I got a whole bunch of like weird charges. Like when I needed to have the money to because I went with my friend Gina Carranza. She's a Tampa real estate agent here that I met at the first Tampa Sub 2 meetup when I was at the Delmaker with Abraham and Carl and Pace.
Yeah, we missed that. We was actually in Tampa that weekend too.
Really? Well, did you?
Yeah.
You should have came to the meetup at least.
I know. I'm pretty bummed about it all.
Yeah, so it's interesting that we were supposed to meet up there and we didn't, but I found your card and then I got your phone number when I scanned the QR code. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so awesome, Larry.
I think in the next meetup I'm going to do, ask Donna how, is it Donda or Donna? Donda.
Yep. 2 D's, 1 N.
2 D's and 1. Oh, this only has 1. Oh, yeah, 2. There it is. I thought 2. Never mind.
Like a Honda.
Yeah, like a Honda.
A faster.
Your parents weren't satisfied with the regular Donna. They had to modify it.
Yeah, they didn't. They wanted us all to be unique individuals.
Oh.
Yeah, they have her brothers. Are dark and dull.
My sister's Daisha.
Oh, they went with all D's, huh?
Yep, they did.
What's your last name or maiden last name?
Lenderman.
What?
Lenderman.
German. She's a German.
Lenderman. Is that with an L?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Stubborn as a mule.
Maybe that's. I'm German and Scottish.
Oh.
Yeah.
You get it.
You get it.
Fucking cheap ass stubborn mule. I'm not cheap anymore. I'm not really cheap, but I spend extravagantly. But I used to be like the penny pincher. I'm like, sure, I'd stop in the middle of the Dan Ryan in Chicago, and if I seen a penny and pick it up. Well, I still do that. The other day when I found that penny heads up in that little arcades here, I was like, where are all these arcades? It can't be all video games in here. They're just casinos, slot machines and those things. I found out. But I went in there and I found the penny. It was one of the most shiny ones I ever had. Here, I got it here on the podcast here. This is a little shiny. Look how shiny that thing was. And I said, find a penny, pick it up all day, have good luck. I had left Pace's book in there, and I had to come back from the pawn shop because when I was living with the psycho lady, I needed money to do laundry and get some detergent and get a bus fare, so I found my Chromebook. And well, I showed up there, and it was like 10 minutes before they're closing, and I said, can I use my debit card? They're like, no, you got to pay with cash. I'm like, why? What the hell? You can buy things in here with a debit card, but why do you have to pick it up with cash? I didn't understand it. So he said, walk over down to that gas station over there. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go in this arcade and see if they because I had an idea it was slot machines. But I said they'll probably have an ATM in there. Sure enough, they did. But I left my book in there. But when I talked to the girl behind the counter, her name was Angela. I say Angel with an A. I gave her my Blink card because I asked her, I was like, blah, 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 telling her about the book. And then I ended up leaving the book there. And so when I'm leaving, I was getting ready to walk across the street and get on the bus. It was the last bus going south and down to St. Pete. And I'd have to take a Uber over to Bradenton, right? Well, she sent me, hey, you left your book here. I was like, oh no, shit. I would have got on that bus, and man, if I didn't have that book and go to see Pace, you know, maybe I wouldn't have known, you know, that I left it there. I could have thought, oh shit, maybe because I leave things on the bus all the time, like all the time. And but I go back over there. So when I find the penny, we're sitting there talking, blah blah blah, and she said, hey, they're doing a drawing at 7 o'clock here, right after 7 o'clock, and if you put $1 in the machine and play, you get entered into the drawing. I thought it was like a random drawing, just like one person won something. So she said, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I went outside and I had a cigarette. No, I'm not supposed to be smoking, but but I'm being honest. I come back in, find that penny, and so I throw $5 in this alien cow machine. It's got aliens and cows on there, and it was the only one in there. I remember seeing it in Vegas when I used to go to. Because after church, I'd go eat out to eat at one of the casinos and see a movie, because that's where the movie theaters were. And I'd always put $20 in, pretty much the Mega Millions game, win or lose. If it was $20, that was it. But the payout on that thing starts at 10 million. Average hit is like 12 million. So and it's an old Vegas machine. It's not like all those ziggy zaggly lines and stuff. It's just one line with 3 wheels on it. I don't like all that crazy stuff. So, but you know, I won a couple $100 one time, like 110, something like that, and then maybe 50 or $30. But I always cash out when I hit a little win on it. So, like I said, win or lose, I only put $20 in there, and so I put 5 in there, and this veteran at that place, she has a little dog with her. She's telling me, I said, how do I play this thing? And then Angela walked back up, and she's like, well, you can hit this here. I go, well, what are all these lines? I mean, what's the max bet? And she said 40 cents. Oh, I was like, all right, cool, 40 cents. I had $5 in there. So I hit the 40 cents, did it, boom, boom. And then I got 15 free spins. And prior to that, I was saying, I don't play slot machines, they're stupid. And lady that's next to her, she's like, you won 15 spins on your first time playing? I'm like, apparently. She's like, damn it. She started cussing about her machine, and she's like, I knew I should have moved over to that one. But 5 minutes before that, she was like, she goes, that's not a good machine, you shouldn't play it. But after I hit, she's like, it is a good machine. So then the 15 spins ran out. I not only got my $5 back, but I got $19.30, right? So I was like, done. I'm done. That was my rule. You know, if I hit something, I'll quit and, you know, cash out. It's just like I did in Vegas. So then she goes, oh, you're a new player now. So here, sign this thing right here. And I'm like, what am I signing for? She goes, $25. I'm like, what do you mean? You're just gonna give me $25 just because I played that machine? She's like, yep. I'm like, shut up, really? So then she goes, then here's the drawing thing, and everybody reaches in and grabs some, and I got another $10. So I ended up walking out with not only getting my $5 back, and I got $50 just right after I found that penny.
Oh, lucky Larry Parson.
Right, lucky Larry the Lion. I got a couple of these. Larry the Legendary Lion.
Hey, I'm so glad you called, man. I'm gonna save your number. I gotta run.
You do? All right, now I got you, brother.
Up a project here, but I got your number. Let's talk some more when I'm not so busy.
Yeah, and I got my second deal getting signed and going into escrow today with Kevin Choe.
Dude, so awesome.
And I got another deal with Cody that should get signed today, tomorrow, or something. You know, probably today or tomorrow. That'd be my third one. It's in Ocala. And do you know anybody that has wraps for sale in Tampa?
No, but we might.
You might?
You never know. Yeah. Well, we'll put the feelers out.
So Gina Carranza, the one I went with, she's from Colombia. She has a lot of or people that need a house and they can afford to pay for it. And she also has. Okay. I'm looking for some way to get this guy into a commercial warehouse. It's for sale. He's already picked it out, and it's $560,000. He has the money, but he's undocumented. So I don't know how to get him into that. Maybe you can help me with that too, or something. Or I'll just reach out and stuff too.
I don't think being undocumented is a problem buying. Does he feel like it is?
Well, he can't for some reason, because he's a 1099, he can't document his. I think.
Oh, I thought you meant like not a citizen or something.
Yeah, he's not a citizen. Also.
Okay, but he doesn't have proof of the income.
Right. Right.
Okay. And he could buy cash, but he's trying to buy it with money. With
Right.
Money.
Right.
Okay.
He could. He doesn't want to. He wants to. So.
Right.
I'll get more details on it.
You want to find him a private money lender that sounds like that, and then you can be the connector and make some money on that.
Okay, so a private money lender would be able to, based on the asset.
Yeah, they just put their name on there, and as long as he's making the payments to him. Some people will go out, 30 years. They don't care. They just those different types of you got the dolphin, the swimmer, and all those different ones. Some of those people.
I haven't got that deep into it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm still working on my first few deals, trying to stabilize my living situation so I can do this full time.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I already am. I already am full time. This is all I do, and I'm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would definitely put out there that you've got looking for private money lender to secure some property long term for an investor.
Yeah.
And then he's got money for a decent down.
Yeah.
Cool. And then don't forget to add your money that you want to get on that deal. Make $5,000 or something on it.
5, I want 10, 15.
Yeah, right. Whatever you can afford to pay you. Heck yeah.
Right. So, I could also, maybe I could reach out to Kalisha Carter because she's doing PML and David Braun here. They do the.
Another one gal that's doing it too is I don't know what time too.
Amy Majority.
No, that's not her. Oh gosh, it'll come to me and then I'll have Jim text it to you. But it's Ingrid Pine.
Ingrid what?
Ingrid, I think it's Pine.
Pine, like pine tree.
Yeah, she's on all. Oh no, I spoke PML. Sorry, Ingrid. She's blonde. She's
Ingrid Hernandez in Arizona.
Yes. Ingrid Hernandez.
Oh yeah, I know Ingrid. I met her at Clever too.
She does some money lending too, and then Brent Daniels is going to get into that more too.
Well, I mean, I can probably ask Angela Wayne and or Julie Burkhart or Wesley Grant or Shane Roach.
Yeah, I would put it out to those guys and see if anybody's interested.
Yeah, I should probably just tag them all. Because after me and Elizabeth go to the Delmaker in New Jersey for my birthday, I mean, we're gonna go it's right after my birthday. I'm gonna stay like a night or two extra in Manhattan with Angela Wayne, and she's gonna take me out to dinner while she's waiting to go, because I connected with her. She was the very first person I connected with at the other Delmaker. Like in the first 5 minutes, I made a video with her. I was like, "Hey, it's the Angela Wayne." She's like, "Oh," she goes, and then now she's been watching my podcast, and we talked about a multifamily in Tarpon Springs that I was trying to get her involved in. I'm still working on it, but the guy shut down on me because I was trying to get more information. He just wants me to bring him a check for $500,000, hand it to his lawyer, and be done with it. He doesn't want me to get it under contract, shop it around. He doesn't want to do, because I was asking, property conditions and if it was up to code, and then he got mad. He's like, 42, everything is up. So he got mad at me. Now I gotta find some way to get back in the hunt for that cut. Because I want to turn that into a pad flip, sober living place. Like, because it already is affordable housing, but he's charging way below market rent values. He's charging $1,200 for a 2-bedroom when $1,000 for 1 bedroom, like half a block away.
Yeah. Hey, Larry, can you give Jim a call later?
Oh yeah.
Got a call that he's got to take for this other guy.
Sorry. Yeah. All right. You guys have a good day.
We want to talk some more with you, okay?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
All right. Thanks. All right. So, oh yeah. So that was pretty cool. Jim and his wife. I knew that was him when I found this bookmark. So now I got a bookmark for my Wealth Without Cash and all my other books I'm reading. I actually never got to finish reading it before I went to Miami, but I also found this there. I don't know who this is, but hopefully I can get it back to them. This is for Eric. Whoever, I think Eric, if you're a sub 2 student, I got your book cover here. You left it there. Pace signed it. So whoever Eric is, I don't have a last name. It's Erick. It's a space signed in on the back. You left it behind. So, but I have it for you. So that's cool. Let's see what else. I got to see Veena Pace photobomb me and Veena in a picture. It was pretty cool. Let me see where I got it here. Dang. Where is it? Right here. Look at that. Here, let me turn the camera off or the background. Oh. Where's the settings? All right. So I had some. I threw all my stuff on the bed. There's some clothes that I left on there from before I left. They're clean, but but you see that? You see Pace photobombs after me and Veena took the picture. She was like, oh my god, Pace photobombed us. That's pretty freaking hilarious, you know. That's just classic Pace and Veena, you know. She was telling me he does that stuff all the time, and they're best friends, you know. Him, and Jamil, are, you know, his two best friends. Sounds like that. What is that? What you call it? The Hangover. And two best friends anybody can. That was funny. I mean, you're not laughing. Just kidding. But anyways, so I got to meet Jamil for the first time. He's really cool. I mean, I seen him at the Clever Summit, but I just couldn't get close enough to him. Besides, I was trying to get meet Pace, and I didn't actually get to meet Pace that way until he was backstage with the VIPs eating lunch when they all walked out together. But right before that, and I asked Veena, I finally had a chance to ask her about this because I didn't want to do it through social media when we were doing the multifamily challenge, and she started up mastering multifamily and being a jetty. I was one of her original most active people. I wouldn't say top students, but I was pretty good, you know. And she taught me napkin underwriting in front of 100 other sub 2 students that were too afraid to say that I don't understand either. Like a dozen of them say, like, "Oh, we didn't understand, but thank you, Larry," because she was for like 4 minutes. She was like, nobody has any questions. Everybody understands this 100% completely. And I was like, I don't. I don't. I go, if I don't ask, I'll never know. I'll probably just walk away here and never know how to do it. She literally taught me how to napkin underwrite. And then like a dozen other people said, I didn't understand either, but we were too scared. But I wasn't. See, I always have courage to take that first step. But we talked about that for a second, and then I talked to her. I said, "Do you remember me from the Clever Summit, Veena?" She's like, I don't know. Refresh my memory. I said, well, you were backstage. Robert Kiyosaki was there. Ed Milet that day. You were all eating Pace, Jamil, Ryan Pineda, Cody Sperber, Cole Hatter. Excuse me. And you came over there, and you were kind of like wandering around. I think she was just walking around, and then she was looking at the food, and she was like, I'm standing there keeping people out of the VIP. And she's like, hey, have you tried this? And I was like, nope. And she said, and then she's looking another thing. How about this? Have you tried this? I was like, nope. And she's looking, she's like, have you tried anything? I said, no. I said, I can't eat until all the VIPs are done eating. And I told her, I said, I'm eating one meal a day. So Cody Sperber's wife put me in charge back here, and that's my reward. I get to eat my one meal a day because I was also trying to get in the Gator program, and I was trying to keep my money tight, which Tommy Thornburg eventually helped me setting up my prime corporate services. But Veena said, I said, Veena, and then after I told you that, I said, oh, by the way, you have some of the most gorgeous eyes I've ever seen. And she was like, you did? I was like, yeah, I did. You just probably don't remember. You probably hear everybody say that to you. She's like, no, I don't. I was like, really? I go, I said, you still have gorgeous eyes. She laughed, and that's when we took the picture and Pace photobombed us. So now I got good memories of being out. You know, I'm pretty fortunate to have a lot of these great memories. A lot of people don't get these opportunities to be around these people that we get to look up with, especially. And then Jamil, he photobombed me and Pace right after that. That was the funny. I was like, I got double photobombed by three of the coolest people on earth, you know. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Pace was when he seen, and I was literally like, I think the next to last person, because I got there a little bit late and waited in line. He had already stopped giving autographs out, but Jamil was like, "Hey, Larry needs," and he was like, "Oh yeah, Larry, come on." So he got over there and he literally stopped signing. I think because the covers were gone, because they had covers that they were passing out like this. You know, see, it was never an actual book cover. It wasn't folded up like that. But this is what their people he had ran out, right? So he was done signing, but he signed my book, you know, and it was cool. I mean, just boom. I love him for this. Love him, you know. It's just, you know, that second time he told me the night before on Instagram. He said he was proud of me and he was looking forward to seeing me. It's pretty amazing that he knows me enough now. That, you know, when I was, especially at the Dealmaker, I'd only met him once in Vegas, and then I seen him 6 more months after that in Springfield, Illinois, and then it's been another 4 or 5 months there before I saw him in Tampa. And when I had my hand raised for a question, he was like, "I'll get to you next, Larry." That was like, "What? He knows my name. He remembers my name." I was just, you know, he has a photographic memory. So, but yeah, to have him tell me that the night before that he was proud of me, and then again at the meetup there, that was so cool. And then to have him photo about me and beating, and you know, that was just a really special night for how far I've come in this journey. And then I wanted him to call Kevin Choe to tell him to get on that deal because Kevin was hanging out with Abraham, and you know, because I gotta pay Abraham back. Abraham, you know, helped me out. He's one of the people that helped me. There's a lot of people I gotta pay back, pay it forward to, that helped me to get here and be in the position I am, where I don't have to go back to a W-2, where now I got deals coming in and I'm gonna work my ass off and have tons more deals. Because that's what I've been doing. I've been taking care, taking action, and being consistent, just like with this podcast. You know, I got here late, but I'm here. This is one of the things that's kept me going, is this podcast. A lot of times when I didn't want to get out of bed and I just want to sit there and say fuck this shit, you know, it was because of this. It was because of this podcast, which is what Abraham and Pace inspired me to do. And then Effie went and stole my idea. God bless her. But that question I did ask at Dealmaker, I was like, "Hey Pace, what do I got to get you to do to come on my podcast?" Because I want to start interviewing other Sub 2 students and have them come on there, share their success, their journey, and where they're going now and challenges they're facing out. And Effie went and did. She went and did that. God bless her. I love Effie though. You know, but she's got some school. You know, what the Effie? That's a classic name to a show. I kind of like my Larry the Lion though. You know, I think that's a lot of people give me props on that. So the only Larry the Lion on the YouTube, you can't get that either. People got it, Larry the Lion cornered on every other one else, but I got the only YouTube, and it's like God saved it for me, right? But let's see what else. I have. Did I already go over the rap buyers? So I need wraps in Tampa. I have a bunch of wrap buyers in Tampa. So if you know anybody who has a wrap for sale in Tampa, let me know. Reach out to me, or just connect them with me. And let's see what else I got. Oh, I have a new integrator, Megan Davis, Megan Ichiban. She goes by on social media. Ichiban means the best. She likes the Japanese culture. She's really cool. But she is my integrator for my unapologetic results DTA build CRM. I'm gonna get that build in there. I got some people to help me with that to start doing some closings with Justin Birch. I'm gonna partner up with on some things. He needs help with some motivated seller leads, and he reached out to me and see if I want to be on his team. I do want to help him be on his team, but I also want to build my own team because I read something about being a visionary today. I hope I saved it. Let's see. All right, so this is from my friend um, Goritza Draskovic. She's down in Miami. She's also a CEO, visionary. She's a broker. She's pretty gorgeous too. uh, she says, this is a quote from Jack Welch. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. I am definitely 100% a visionary. The famous quote from Jack Welch says that good business leaders create the vision, articulate the vision, passionately own the vision, and relentlessly drive it to completion. I love that. I love that quote. So, and I have some big visions. And I'm part of a with Jesse Stanton, his pilot, the Growth Company, mindset coaching. It's more than just that. He's taken a bunch of different things that work, and they're proven techniques. And there's 10 of us that were initially chosen to be in the program. My accountability partner for this week is Angel Miller. Each week we switch accountability partners. So we have assignments, we have things that we're going to do to move the needle forward, move forward, and keep moving it forward. And so one of the things is being accountable and writing your visions and your goals down. And I was talking to this guy last night at the Delmaker. He wasn't part of the event. He was just sitting there at the bar by himself. I don't even remember how we started talking, but yeah. But he turns out he worked for some kind of land brokerage firm, but he wasn't there because of that. He was like, "Oh, I missed this event." He was asking about the book, and then we started talking about big goals and big dreams. And this guy was like, I was telling him my vision of how I originally wanted to come down here and walk in Grant Cardone's office and say, "Hey, Mr. Cardone, Uncle G, I want to work with you, not for you." And I was going to go back there every day until he did hire me, right? Just like Edwin C. Barnes did to Thomas Edison, that was documented in the book Think and Grow Rich. Because you had a burning desire, and you have to take consistent action and be persistent. So the she closed the door. But Grant was not the goal. The goal was for to work with Elon Musk. So I want to do massive multifamily, but I want to get to help. I want to work with Elon Musk, not for him, with him. I want to help us become a multiplanetary species, extend humanity's chance at survival, because we are in a population decline. Whether you know it or not, we actually are. Like, there's many countries that are inverted on the pyramid. Like Japan is the number one obvious example. They're going to be one of the first ones that fall. They have so many elderly people, in the younger ones are not creating enough. There's not enough sustainable population growth there to support that elderly group there. And the epicenter of getting to Mars is going to be Boca Chica, Texas. It's land that he's buying aggressively. Elon's buying here. That's where SpaceX is going to be sending us to Mars, right? I'm sure other countries are going to might be doing it too as well. But as far as SpaceX, which is not part of the United States government, it's not NASA. It is SpaceX, just like Blue Origin is. That's my vision. I have big vision, big dreams and goals. So, anyways, so that was a very interesting night last night. But anyways, I'm talking to the kid, and I told him my dreams. He's like, "Man, those are some big crazy dreams." He goes, "I wouldn't want to do that because you got to be obsessed, and you want to be able to have family and anything. Why not? Why wouldn't you be able to incorporate a family?" He proceeded to give me every excuse and every reason that he could think of to talk himself out of any kind of dreams or success. He's like, well, this could happen, and this kind of, and then he was telling me about his girlfriend and how she been playing games with him. And I was like, so she, basically she over. He's like, no, but I mean, it's just she's playing hard to get. And I go, well, aren't you with her? And he goes, well, we kind of broke up. And I said, but why? And I kept on asking curious questions. Then I said to him, I said, where's your best friend? Why are you sitting here by yourself on a Friday night? Well, we only hang out maybe once a week. I was like, your best friend, you only hang out once a week, and your girlfriend is not wanting to spend time with you. Why are they not wanting to spend? Why are you sitting here by yourself again? I'm going to ask you. And he kept on giving me every reason, every excuse why he couldn't be successful. Why he said he's well driven, he's well connected, he could be. But I said, well, do you have any children? No, not yet. But he goes, well, I might, and I don't want to be, focused on my career. I want to. He just came up with every excuse and every reason. And I told him, I said, dude, you got to take action. You got to be consistent. You have to be persistent. You have to have a burning desire for what you're doing. And you have to take risks and be willing to fail forward and fail faster, which is what I do. I like to fail so I don't have to fail again in the future. Because if I get it all out of the way now, I've learned and I've grown where I'm not going to be failing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. So I'm looking forward to Kevin giving me some good news that the contract is signed and we're going into escrow, and then I can focus on some other stuff like building my CRM with unapologetic results with my integrator Megan Davis, which she just got her first wholesale deal, and I told Jamil about that because she's an astro flipper. So we got sub 2 and astro kind of combining. She's really cool, really cool. There's just a lot of opportunity. I mean, these things are just blowing up, coming into my path. There was a few people that were there that there was one person, Kevin Choe, and his wife, that he was specifically wanted to connect with me there. I also connected with a couple of pad splitters, or what is it, pad split, that were there. They got some properties in Jacksonville. I also hooked up with Marco Money. He's like the sub 2 meetup guy here in Florida. He's also got a lot of money, man. He had a lot of bling on and stuff. So I connected with some pretty high level people here in Florida this time. I seen a good friend Kalisha Carter and her David Braun and Runyon Yard there. I met a few new friends, and I got to see my buddy, my brother Pace. I love that he called me his brother. I know he calls other people brother too, but that really made my day. Made all this whole journey that I've been on for 15 years really worth it. So, whew, that was quite a quite a trip there. So we've been on for a good 43 minutes here. I think I covered pretty much everything, except I think I want to move to Miami too. I think I like Miami. It's a little slow here in Bradenton. Yeah. And they got Crunch Fitnesses down there. I like Crunch Fitness. But Gina Carranza, she was saying, do you think it'd be wise to move there? I'm like, why? She goes, there's so much the bad stuff for you there. And so much temptation. I said, there's no temptation there for me. She goes, yes, it's everywhere. You see cocaine everywhere. And I'm like, that's only if you're looking for it. See, with me, I had to leave every other city because I have a semi-photographic memory. It's very situational. So, like, if I pull out of a stop sign where I was doing drugs in the past, I will see that. I'll remember it as a flashback. It'll be like, it'll get in my brain. But since I didn't do any drugs in Miami, I won't have any of those memories. And if I do happen to get involved with the wrong person, I'm gonna cut them out of my life right away. Because I'm not gonna hang out with somebody that's doing cocaine or doing heroin. I'm not gonna do business with that person, regardless of whoever they are, however much money they got, however much they could help propel me. I have standards now that it's not because of what it is doing. It's just I don't want to be exposed to that. I don't want to have it in my life. So they might be an amazing person. They might do this, but that's the risk I take. So, let's see. I think that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna finish eating my lunch here, and I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot more properties to find. I gotta build the CRM. I got follow-ups to do. That was a nice break in the work, getting to see Pace and down my first time in Miami. I didn't really get to do too much there, but we did go out for pizza last night at this place called Parmamello's. Paramos. I can't say it. They said it better last night, but it was pretty cool. I might post some of them pictures on Instagram. I got some other ones I want to post down there too as well. And go check out my Facebook and Instagram story before it all disappears. It should be up there quite a lot longer. So, anyways, and I did some silly pictures at the Airbnb. It was a Karen, anti-Karen themed. You know, who thinks of that kind of thing? But they could have done. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They could have done so much better. You know, I looked for the little opportunities. They had things, flag holders. They didn't have flags on. They didn't have it clean. Things wasn't clean. It wasn't. My remote didn't work, so I couldn't watch any TV because I don't watch TV. I was like, I maybe would have wanted to watch a movie as I fell asleep last night, but I couldn't get it to work because I didn't have batteries. And then the coffee maker wasn't working because they didn't have it plugged in. I'm like, what's wrong with this thing? You know, they had opportunities to be better, and you know. And then Gina was like, well, you don't know how it is, you know. I said, what? I do know how it is. I expect certain standards. You know, like when I have my Fuku Burger restaurants across the country, I have standards that you're either going to adhere to these standards and you're going to do your job or you're not going to work there. You know, I have standards. I have dreams. I have visions. I have plans. I have goals. But you can always do better. You can always be better. And that's I think I covered everything today. So anyways, I'm gonna wish you all happy Friday. I might come back on later and do some agent calls, but I'm gonna clean up here a little bit, and yeah, I got a lot of work to do. But thank you, Pace Morby. Thank you, Veena Jetty. Thank you, Jamil. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. It was an amazing a trip down to Miami. A lot of opportunities, a lot of good things came out of it. And thank you for my deal with Kevin Choe and my next deal with Cody Rose. Cody Rose is amazing. Love him so much too. And I got a lot more coming. I got more coming. So, and hopefully Cody and Sam want to do that deal with the duplex there in California with Angie Weeks as well. And I hope Sam forgives me in his heart one day. And, but I'm sorry, Sam, again. So, that being said, everybody have a great Friday. God bless you. Remember, put God first in everything you do. He'll open doors no man can shut. I promise you. Just look at me. You guys have a great Friday. I'm